Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I just want to talk about, I've been making a lot of Hunger Games customs lately because I'm a huge Hunger Games fan. I absolutely love the series and I've also really gotten into the films at the moment. I think it's really good. I mean, the last Mockingjay Part 2 is kind of questionable, but the book is kind of questionable. I'm still trying to get through Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I don't think that one's particularly great either. But the first two I absolutely love, and I'm just going to show you some of my custom Lego figures for some of them, because we're at the Sanctum today, so it means it's going to be a Lego video. Let's get started with Katniss. So the cat, I made kind of two for each kind of the main characters. Like I've made two Peters, two Katnisses, and two Gale. And no, I've actually only made one Gale, but this is the first Katniss. Now the outfit I decided to go with for her was the outfit she wears when she goes off to kill President Snow. And I actually tried to pay close attention to the actual outfit she was wearing in this scene, so I gave her gunmetal grey arms because I thought they worked. There's actually really hard to replicate, but she has like cuffs on her hands, so both her hands are actually bare, but I thought I'd represent that on this angle by making one of the hands black and the other hand the white, I don't know, light nude, I guess I think it is, colour. And I also gave her a quiver and a bow. Just because it's kind of signature weapons. And I gave her Black Widow's face just because I just wanted a face to throw on that I thought really worked for the scene. I thought that one did a great job. Because I put the quiver, I couldn't do like any other option, so I had to go with this dark brown hair. The body is actually from like the comic book Black Widow style, but it's just flipped around, so you can see a little bit at the back there. It's sort of Black Widow. It looks like Black Widow at the back, and the legs are from Miles Morales, the one from the mech. So that's our first Katniss. It's the one where it's the outfit she wears when she's going off to kill Snow and ends up killing Coin. And that's our first minifigure of Katniss. Let's go on to our second Katniss minifigure. Now the second Katniss I chose was Katniss when she was going into the tribute parade in the very first Hunger Games. And I chose not to go with her outfit for the actual first game because I thought it looked kind of boring. I did do that for Peeta though. Since her outfit does go on fire, I made that sort of represented, and I also did Peter's outfit for this as well, I believe. But his fire is slightly different. I couldn't find any hairpiece that I thought worked better than this one, which is like that high bun without a parting. So I thought that it worked fine. And I just chucked on Hermione's face because she was trying to be all smiley so that she could get sponsors in this scene. Her torso is actually another Black Widow torso, I think, that is flipped over, and I really like how that turned out. And I also gave her War Machine's legs because I thought they worked quite well, to be honest. And this is Katniss from the tribute parade. Let's move on to our first Peeta. Like Katniss, I also decided to do Peeta in his tribute parade costume, which for District 12 was all black, really. And I tried to get the leg. I couldn't find any better leg option than this. And again, it's another Marvel torso flipped over, but this time it's Black Panther, which I think works really well. I put him a different kind of fire piece on. Katniss has got the big long one. I just gave Peeta two small ones. The head, I thought none really works because, like Katniss, he's trying to be all smiley in this scene. So I gave him the Cedric Diggory head, which I thought goes well with his hair. The eyebrows do, at least. And the hair, I couldn't really think of a better option with hair for Peeta. I think this one works perfectly. I don't really have any other hairpiece I'd use. I can't think of one that I would use other than this one, but I think this one looks good. Let's move on to our second Peeta. The next Peeta I've got here is the one from the 74th Hunger Games. Now this was kind of after he was found by Katniss, kind of as he's trying to recover in the cave. Because he's not wearing his coat anymore, because all the tributes actually have coats in that film. I gave him I can't remember. Can't remember if this is. I think this is Fred's legs, if I remember rightly, from the Harry Potter CMF. I just thought the boots kind of contrast with the torso really nicely, and it looked like just really creased, really dirty legs. I think that worked really well. His torso is, I believe it's, I'm using all the flip round things, so I just think they look best. It's Sirius Black's torso flipped around. I think that looks really good with all the holes. His face is actually, like Katniss as well, his face is actually different to one I used for the Tribute Parade version. This one, because he's in the games, he's all kind of, he's struggling a bit because he's just had his leg cut open to the bone. And this version I think it's Oliver Wood's head, and I of course use the same hair as I did for him in the Tribute Parade. But I think the eyebrows look very, very similar for both, so they look like Peter. I think they look pretty good. I think they look enough like Josh Hutcherson, whatever I think is Josh Hutcherson. I can't quite say his name, but yeah, that is 74th Hunger Games Peter. Let's move on to our one and only Gale minifigure. After what Gale did to Prim, I only gave him one minifigure. Now, I know it wasn't technically Gale's fault, it was Coin's fault, but he did design the bombs to look like sponsor things, and he dropped them all on a bunch of children, which it's his fault, and I never liked him in the first place, Gale. I never trusted him, not even in the books first reading them. I was like, I've always felt off about Gale. But anyway, back to the minifigure. I gave him, I'm pretty sure all his torso and legs are both from the Mr. Flume minifigure from Hogsmeade, which I think that looks really, really good. And his jacket, I just think the torso really works because it's kind of like the kind of living in poverty, District 12 feel that you get when you're watching the film. So I think it's pretty close to some of the outfits he had while in 12. The face, I can't remember whose face it is. I think it's the, it's the one they used for Ant-Man and Peter Parker. And I got mine from the Quidditch set. I think it was from, I can't remember his name. It was one of the Slytherin Quidditch players. And I just like the kind of cheeky grin and then the kind of shocked face on the other side, which I imagine was his face when Peter dropped the baby bomb. And that was so funny. I would love to have seen his reaction to that. And then his hair is just simple. It's kind of the swept over dog trainer hair in reddish brown. And I really, really like how Gale turned out. I mean, I don't think he's as good as or as detailed as the other 4 that we've got, but I think it works perfectly for Gale when he's in District 12 in poverty. So that's it for the Hunger Games custom minifigures. Let's have a little showcase for all of them. So that's it for all the Hunger Games minifigures. Now, if I would like to very much have a crack at making Coin, as well as maybe even Snow or some other characters. I definitely think I'd be able to do Rue as well, but I just thought I'd get some of the main characters out the way. So if you want part 2, I'll happily do it. I mean, I think I've got some nice variation here. We've got one from Mockingjay, 2 from the first film, well, 4 from the first film actually. But just lots of different scenes represented by these minifigures, which I'm actually really proud of. I'm really proud of how they all look. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. Bye!